Yeah, well, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Here and today, I'm in task of the English class, and I'm focusing on the use of the formal and informal English in class. So here with me is Mr. Simron Tuke S.Pd, an English teacher from SMP Negeri 1 Amarawan Tengah. For the full profile, I will let Pak.Simron to introduce himself.
Okay, good afternoon, Mr. Roni. Thank you for this chance. And I want to introduce a little bit about myself. I am Simron Tuke, and I am an English teacher in here, SMP Negeri 1 Amarawan Tengah, and I have been teaching English here for 2 years, since 2023, and I teach in 2 levels for the 8th and the 9th grade. And I love English, and I love teaching English, and I love sharing English in the school. Yeah, that's all from me about my profile.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the profile, and I also want to thank I'm grateful for your time and giving me this opportunity to share and having you in my interview. First of all, I would like to give you some questions about the use of the formal and informal English in your class. So the first question would be, is or do the students use the English like the full length English in the classroom or during the class?
Okay, based on my experiences, actually not in this school, but when I teach in our school in this area, in this agency, Timur Tengah Selatan, honestly, I have to say that not all of the students can speak English all the time. I mean,
only short part.
Yeah, only short part, and if we use the person, probably only 20% of the students able to speak English.
Which class?
Which level? All of the class. All of the class. Yeah. And based on my experience, I can say that these things happen because even our students in junior high school, but their level of English is beginner because they have no experience studying English in elementary school. So when they enter the junior high school, that's the first time for them to study English. That's why some of them cannot speak English in English class. But for those who get like private study in their home, they have basic English, so they can speak English.
Okay. Well, that is what I want to hear. And the second question will be, if so, do you think that the student must have something like application or any other thing or any other effort in order to improve their English skill before class?
Yes, of course. I think that in order to make their English skill become higher than right now, then there are some strategy that they can use. They can try to speak English every day at the home, but as you know that their basic English is too low. Yeah, it's the basic. So in nowadays they can use some application, and I also suggest my student to use that application. Like for beginners, they can use Duolingo. So when they use this application, they can use this to, if they're beginner, then they can start study about like colors, numbers, or everything which is quite basic. But for those who have better English, if they want to improve or to make their English skill become higher, they can use SSP. And this application can be used by those who want to get higher score or prepare themselves to get like TOEFL test. That's for SSP. And I believe that if they have eager to study, they use this application, then it can help them to improve their English.
So far, based on your experience, how many students have used that application Do they have
Yes.
kind of, I mean, like cell phone or gadgets?
Okay. Probably 80% of the students have their phone,
Okay.
but just uh, 50 from them who use
About
install
50.
the application. Yeah,
Okay.
about 50%. Because some of them have the reason like because they have no internet connection, so they just the excuse that make them to avoid using this application.
Okay.
They prefer to install some application like game application. Yeah, but yeah, even sometimes they can study using game application, but that's not as good as using the
Virtuality.
yeah.
Yeah. Of course, after using that application, there will be something like progress.
Yes.
So, according to you, do you have something like journal to complete or to fulfill if they have that progress?
Um, I can see from how they brave or they're eager to speak English because as I've said before that in the first application they also can accompany it by the application to speak. So when they pronounce something then wrong, then the application will tell them how to pronounce. For example, yeah. Uh, for example, apple.
Apple.
When they see the apple, they say produce. Sorry, they pronounce apple.
Apple.
Apple. They just read
Very-
like
sounds
the,
very
yeah.
basic, yeah.
And then the application will say it must be apple. So and when they use this application, there's nobody can judge them. And that's why when I teach them, I also say that in studying English, you don't have to be afraid. In here, I will not judge you. I just want you to brave, I just want you to speak, and I will not laugh. And that's also some agreement that I make in the class. So when we enter class, we agree that there's no laughing here, there's no sigh, and there's no afraid. These are the three rules that I conduct in the class.
So,
I can see that there's improvement. Many of the students, even honestly, I have to say that when the first time I come to the class, they avoid to speak English. But when I teach them, I can say that depart from right or wrong, they eager to speak, and I always support
Motivate.
motivate them to speak.
well, it sounds very good
Thank
because according to me, it is my first time to hear or to listen to somebody who has a very much, let's say, like steps and procedures and effort in order to improve your student skills in English. Now we go direct to the questions, the main point of our interview.
Okay.
So after using the application and the main assistance, let's say like they have progress. So do you think that they, in that progress, do they have formal or informal English as far as you see?
Okay, so in class I mostly give them the formal one
Mostly.
because I trust myself that for informal they can get it in the environment when they become bigger, when they interact with the people, then they can get the informal English. But in school I just focus on formal English because I have tasks to do. I mean, I have to finish the material that given by the government, so I try to use it. But I also can inform them that using English is not only the formal one, but when you go to, like example, in some tourism object, many people will use the informal English.
Casual
Yeah,
situation.
casual. Yeah. So you have to be aware and you have to know realize the situation. In this time I have to use this one, and in this time I have to use the formal and this formal.
So you try to divide
Yes.
which is the formal one and which is the informal one, and where is the best place to use them.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Next, after that improvement, we can see that we have progress. If you are saying that explanation in number, what
Okay.
what number do you think? How many percent that
Okay.
your student use that formal English in presentation?
Okay. As I said before that they have no basic skill in English, so I can say that maybe they start from 20%. But when I teach them, I accompany them, I support them, I motivate them. Some of them today they can become 70%.
70%.
Okay. Sorry, I have to say that.
Near.
About 60 to 70.
60 to
70%.
70%.
Yeah.
60.
Even that's not 100, but I can say that there's some improvement during the learning process in formal English.
Wow, very good. Yeah, it sounds so good, and wonderful thing that before I'm here, I was also in several meeting and interview with some, and I also found that they have some experiences based on their own experiences. But mostly, they say that the problem will be they are far away from access to, let's say, like application,
Yes.
the use of application or internet or any other sources. So do you think that SMP Negeri 1 Amanullah Dengan provide, let's say, like tools and facilities in order to provide these applications?
Yeah, we provide some tools. We have like a computer lab, so sometimes I invite them to come to this place to use some application. But I have to say that this room is not enough for them because there are more than 500 students. So
500
yeah,
students.
500 students. This is a big school, so I realized that this space is not enough for all of them. But luckily, they also have their own phone, and that's why I also motivate them to download the application and install it by themselves so they can study at home. So I also say that in their era, it's a good thing for them because they can use many sources to study. If we compare to our era when back to 1990, 80, it's very difficult for us to get resources.
very manual.
Yeah, so that's a good opportunity that they can use to improve their English. Not only English, it can be other languages.
Yeah. You said that according to your experiences, and the next question would be, did you invite anyone or any professional, or let's say like we have visitors coming from outside and they use English. Let's say like you invite an English partner and perform the English in front of class. Did you ever do that?
I have to say that from myself, nowadays I'm looking for it. I'm looking for someone who, especially native speaker.
Okay,
Native, yeah. Why? Because when the students see the native speaker speak English with them, it can make them become motivated, and they also can have the experience talking with Western people. So nowadays I haven't invite someone to come to this place to talk with students. I still looking for them, and honestly I have to say that I have no connection to invite those people to come. But if I have connection, I will ask them to come.
How many English students, English teachers here in the school?
There are 5 of us.
5?
Yeah.
During your situation, sorry to say that, particularly, do you use English with them?
Okay. With my friends, my
English
English teachers?
Yeah, the other English teacher.
Okay. Honestly, I have to say that sometimes we use, but not all the time. So it can be 50-50. Okay. Sometimes we use English, and sometimes we use Bahasa Indonesia, and also sometimes we use Dawan, our native language. Yeah.
So it depends on the situation.
Yeah, it depends on the situation.
If you use English, did you use the formal or the informal English?
back again. It depends. If we just talk about daily life, then we can use informal English. But if we talk about the
Something
material,
serious.
yeah, or the learning process, then we can use the formal language. Yeah.
Yeah. The next question will be, what do you think as challenges so far in your class and the use of the formal and the informal English with your students and with your partners? I mean, like with the other teachers.
Okay, so the challenges that we face today is about how to using the application or how to use the artificial intelligence that abundant in this era. So because as teacher we have to know all the application. So when we want to talk with our students, they are able to understand. And also in informal one, there are some new words or like slang that appear. So yeah, so we have to understand them. And sometimes for those students who used to use the internet, they already understand those informal language than us. So it's like they become master than us. So as teachers, we have to use our time to study more.
I hear that you allow your students and partners to use the internet and any other access application from many sources.
Yeah.
So it means that the use of the AI
Yeah.
is now allowed
Yeah.
in your schools and let's say everywhere. So is it possible, do you think, that students use the AI and it makes their English become perfect? It fulfill their task and it become perfect idea. So do you think that it helps or not?
Okay. I have to say that I allow them to use, but it doesn't mean that they just consume everything from that. Because if you ask something from that, they will provide, but the task for you is you have to understand those things. For example, if I ask them to make descriptive text about Kolbana Beach, probably they get the information about Kolbana Beach. But uh, if they don't study that material, then they will get nothing. So we as human, we have to use AI to help us, not use AI to delay us. That's the big difference. So the meaning of using AI to help us is when we don't have idea, we can ask from AI. But when we get the idea, then we have to improve it by ourselves. So we have to use our brain to think and be creative. So I always support them to not only take and just let it be, but they have to take it and then improve the thing from it. But AI is useful for them as long as we use it wisely.
Okay, very good explanation about that. The next question will be, I can see that your students are coming from different situations. Some are from cities and let's say like from modern situation, and some are from let's say like rural and villages. So it means that it's hard for some to use application because of internet sources and let's say like electricity. So what do you do as an effort to help students from rural areas?
Okay. For those who have no basic knowledge about how to use, or even they have no phone or devices, as I mentioned before, that we provide some computer skills, so we can accompany them to use them, or we can give them. I mean, like give our phone so that they can use it. We show them how to use the application. and we encourage them that you don't have to be shy or you don't have to be feel down because you don't have the phone. But the thing here is how you use the phone. So for now, you learn how to use the phone. So when you already know how to use the phone, one day you get the phone, then you can use it. Okay, so you don't have to. We say to the student, you don't have to be shy or you don't have to be like down about having the phone or not. All of you are the same.
Wow. Very good. You have a lot of, let's say, effort and ways in order to encourage your students and getting them to perform best. The next question will be, as I asked before, that we have challenges.
Okay.
So, would you like to give me 2 or more reasons about challenging of using the formal English here in school?
Okay. Okay. The first challenge is about vocabulary. I've said it, yeah. Because as you know that formal English, probably can use the high level of vocabulary. So
High level.
yeah. So and one more thing is not all the teacher can use that word. So for example, I try to memorize one word, and then when I just memorize that word and I don't use that word, then it can be 1 month and then I forget this word. So I can say that the first one is about the vocabulary, and the second one is about source. I mean, yeah, there's no, I mean, not many people use those kind of words. So when few months ago when I tried to try for TOEFL, then I get some new vocabularies that's formal, then I was surprised about those kind of words because I thought that I never see this word before. Okay.
Yeah. Well, do you think that all students have dictionaries, like pocket dictionaries or more complete dictionaries?
No.
Not all students.
Yeah, because probably they have lack of motivation. So yeah, that's why I always motivate them. That
Can I put that lack of motivation as challenge?
yeah, you can. Okay. And I mean because mostly they can use the phone. So when they want to find about some words meaning, they can just use their mobile phone to
Go to the
translate.
Google Translate and then
So yeah,
they
that's
have the
good.
answer.
That's
Very
good, but
easily.
sometimes make them like everything's easy. We can get the meaning from the phone. So that's why I say that it's totally different when we compare with us who born in 90 or 80, because we have no internet. We just use the dictionary, but
Very manual.
we will try to find the meaning. So we can say that we are a fighter.
Wow, you have comparisons of today's and before the 80s era about the challenge of the 80s and 90s era to compare with the situation and the challenge of today's actions. Yeah, during class, did students use expression? I mean, like, do they perform English like introduction themselves in formal or informal ways?
Mostly use in informal.
Use mostly.
Just for introduction, because maybe they can watch from the internet, like the social media.
And they imitate,
Yeah, they imitate.
how people use English in
Yeah,
their.
but some of them just imitate without understanding the meaning.
Yeah.
So my job is, this is meaning this one. So if it's not good, then I say you don't have to use this word because this word.
And
is
you
not
need
good.
to use information to distinguish. This
Yeah.
one is informal, this one
Yeah.
is formal.
Yes.
And this informal is like a slang, and this one is
Yeah.
colloquialism and so on. etc. So I think you have a very good effort in order to compare and giving help to students in order to give best information of how to use the formal or the informal English use. Um, I think so far so good, and I think as you explained before that during your class you don't use the full English,
Yeah.
and let's say like the semi English,
Yeah.
even it's not semi English,
Not same.
not semi.
Yeah. Or I can say that how to say it, but sometimes when I like give you the text, I will read it in English and then I will try to translate it
Yeah.
in order to make them understand, because in this case I have to I mean to I want them to know how to produce or how to hear, how to listen to the English, but I also want them to understand. That's why I like say about something, then I translate it into Indonesian. So I can say that it's same English.
Semi English. Okay. The last question will be, we are in discussion and interview for, let's say, about close to 10 minutes.
Yes.
So
It's so fast. Okay.
so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it depends on
Okay. Thank you.
the limit which is given.
Yeah. Okay.
So
That's good.
do you have any reflection
Ah.
on our interview today? Also to me.
Actually, this is the difficult question because okay. Overall, I have to say that your English is quite good. Everything is just run like smooth. And one thing that I want to say that you're a good teacher. I mean, it's like what you have said before, that you're not English teacher. Your basic is not English, but you just learn English by yourself. So I will not talk for I will use yourself as about someone to motivate the student. And yeah, and for the suggestion, I just want to say that I also have problem in these things, uh, mispronounce some words.
Mispronounce some words.
But that's fine. It's normal.
It's normal. Okay.
The point of English is not about pronouncing the word, but the point is how we can understand the meaning.
Yeah. To communicate.
To communicate. So overall, that's all. So keep up the good work. Okay.
Yeah, I think what I intend to do today from this interview has been collected.
Okay.
So yeah, I want to say thank you so much for this interview, and thank you for your time and opportunity which is given, and I hope that one day I will have any other chance to come and be part of you, and yeah, continue our English and our partnership together. Thank you so much for your help.
Okay, my pleasure and okay.
Yes.
Okay.